camera because I'm probably going to move around a little bit. You can see me? You're good? Okay. Okay, so this is, if you are a music VBS volunteer, I need you to be on this side. Okay, let's pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this time here. We thank you for this space. We are really excited to use this new space. Father, this week, would you just give us the eyes to see and ears to hear and hearts to minister to all of the young children and each other this week about how much we need you in our lives. Let us just be mindful about teaching children about your love, Lord, and how we can spread that to the ends of the earth. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay, first thing I want to mention before I forget is last year we did not do t-shirts, but we're going to bring the t-shirt thing back. Okay. Move those people over. Slide those people over. Okay, so we're going to do the t-shirts, but somehow I have to figure out how to stand on this side so you can actually see the actual. We're trying to figure out our new technology. Does that look good? I wish I had someone watching from home who could say, yo, you're doing a bad job. So the t-shirts we're going to bring back. We've got the sizes up here. If we don't have a size that fits you, just let us know. I think we have. Okay, so we don't have enough for them. Okay, so they need to write their sizes down. Okay, good. You're going to wear this shirt every day, just so that we know who the volunteers are, and the kids can actually see them easily, see you guys easily as well. This year we decided not to print the booklets because we know that you don't read them. So we're just going to talk through it, and you're going to sign a form saying that you got trained. You're welcome. And we're also saving money with ink and paper as well. If you are in here and you're volunteering and you have not done the safety training in the last 2 years, you need to see Kelly so that we can get you updated. We're pretty sure we have everybody in our system that either had a green check or that needs to be updated. Yes, if you didn't have the training and you got an email from me, that was because you needed it. But if you have not trained with us in the last 2 years and you have not received anything from us, we need to know so we can train you. All of our volunteers have to be safety trained. It doesn't take that long. It's a quick safety training. It's a sexual misconduct training. It's different from what we're doing here. Yes, yeah. It's really good to have. Like if you're a regular volunteer, if you're a parent, it's like good information just to know and have about just being around kids here at All Saints. Okay, so the most important thing to us is the way that we handle kids. Mostly the physical handling of kids. We don't really want you to grab or jerk them, or, I mean, this kind of goes without saying, but, you know, kids can be kids, you know what I mean? So we have to talk about it. We want you to redirect. And if you're having a really, really bad problem with a kid, we just want you to come see one of us, Kelly or I, and we'll help you take care of that. This is mostly for the younger kids. No horseplay, no piggybacks, none of that stuff, okay? The sad reality is we live in that kind of world today. So we want you to touch the kids as little as possible, okay? And if you have to, you know, kids are they'll run up to you and want to give you a hug. They'll want to sit in your lap, all that kind of stuff. But we want you to limit your physical contact with the kids, okay? The other thing we are really strict about is we don't want you ever to be alone with a child. If you can be 2 adults or a youth and an adult, no matter where you are, that would be the requirement. If you can do 3, that's even better. I'm seeing in the safety world that they're moving to a 3 adult, believe it or not. They're moving to move in 3s, which is like extra ultra safe. So if you can move in 3s, and here at All Saints, I'm not sure if people do it in other places, but here at All Saints, if you're going to move in 2s or move in 3s, 2 is the minimum, but 3 is ideal. You can't be family members or a married couple, okay? So for example, you 3 can't move you can't be a 3 moving together, right? Because you're family. So never be alone, and you will be safe, on the safe side. Okay, for the release, those of you who are leading a group, you're going to release your campers according to our drive-through number system. If you've been part of Music VBS before, you know we do a crazy, chaotic, super fun a number release system where the parent drives up with the number, it's called, I call the child, you guys pay attention to the number. It seems chaotic if you haven't done it before. Monday you'll feel a little crazy, but by Tuesday you'll be like, okay, we got this. It's not that hard. Kelly's going to show you the number. Okay? For moving your group around, those of you who are group leaders, do not under any circumstances take your group to any other location other than specified. If we have time, we're just going to quickly walk the campus because it's a different route than it normally has been. There's lots of different routes you can go and lots of different ways you can get to different doors. I will tell you, these doors will always be locked over here. Okay, we're not going to open them because no one has the key except me. Those are always going to stay locked. The easiest way to get into this building if you're coming from that side of the parking lot is that back door back there. Our children's ministry staff has found that's an easy, super quick in route. So that we'll go over that when we do a little tour of the campus. Also, our ways out have changed, right? So when you're in a space, you need to think about the fastest door to get out in case of an emergency or in case we have to evacuate. Obviously in here, where would the fastest way to get out to our escape plan is up to the top corner of the parking lot, behind the office where the big backyard is. We want to get as far away from the building as we possibly can. So what door, if we were in here, would you go to? Yeah, that one. It's locked from the outside, folks, not from the inside, okay? It's locked from the outside, not from the inside. So we want to go that way. We don't want to go this way, right, in case that other building's on fire or something like that. In each of the rooms, when you're in there, there's multiple doors that you can go out of. So just when you're in there, for the first time, just be thinking about what the best way to get out of the building is. Also, please use the sidewalks and the walkways to get where you're going. I was hoping we would have the fence up. We don't have a fence up over here yet, so when you are walking along this portico area from the choir room to the sanctuary, that may very well be a route that you might take. Just please be cautious with your kids. If you can avoid that route, it would be best, because what's happened is there's a new landscaping thing, and this little sidewalk just invites you to just go right out there and have a good time, and the kids are not going to come back. They're going to shoot for the road. So just be careful of that. There will be a fence there eventually, but until then, we need to be cautious of that. And then just stay on all of the sidewalks. The only reason you should use that door and that sidewalk is for a fire escape. Okay, otherwise that's just really kind of too close to the road. Okay, so bathrooms. Those of you who have worked in ministry with me know I make a big deal about bathrooms. It's really important to me, bathroom safety. Lots of things can happen in bathrooms that are not good, so we want to make sure that everyone is safe, the adult and the child in the bathroom. So no child should ever be alone with a single teen or adult in a bathroom. Okay, that's the number one most important thing. Do not go into the bathroom, help a child, and let the door close behind you. Don't do that, okay? Usually we don't have this situation, but if you are taking a child to the bathroom, just stand with the door wide open and you stand in the doorway. If the child needs help, they're just going to have to be encouraged to do it themselves, okay? In most circumstances, you will go to bathroom breaks with your group, so you'll have 2 or 3 people there to help you. Just as you work together as a group, just be mindful that 2 of you are not standing in the hallway watching the rest of the group while the other leader goes into the bathroom and then all of a sudden the door closes, okay? Even with 3 or 4 kids in there. We don't want a single person in the bathroom with the kids by themselves. There's multiple bathrooms for adults to use on this campus. I get it that while you're in this building, it's possible that some kind of I got to go to the bathroom real quick might come up and you might not have a chance to get to another bathroom. So if in a dire situation or an emergency you have to use the parish hall bathrooms, when you open the door, whether you're a teen or an adult, when you open that door, I would like you to check to see if there's a child in there, okay? There shouldn't be. But, I mean, some of the staff kids sometimes do things on their own. Just saying. So if there's a kid in there, don't go in to use the bathroom. Just wait. And if you're not sure, open the door and say, is there anyone in here? Okay? Because then I want you to think about on a second level thing. Regina, if you're going to go into the bathroom and Aluchi's in there, I don't want that to happen either, right? An adult mixing with a teen in the bathroom. So just check the bathroom before you go in to make sure there's no one in there. And if everyone's doing that, then we're keeping safe. If you don't need to have the bathroom in this building for a dire emergency situation, I'd like adults to use the chapel bathroom. Hey, Kim, would you mind calming those kids down a little bit, please? Thank you. The adults are doing a good job at talking quietly, but the kids are super excited. So I'd like adults to use the chapel bathrooms when at all possible, if you can, okay? That just reduces the risk, to be honest with you. We actually put the student center, but there's gonna be kids in there too, so there might be kids in the bathroom. We didn't think that we were gonna use it for anything, but we decided to put a lab in there, so it's the chapel. And then we talked about being at the edge of the door in the bathroom, or at the bathroom. And if a child, we do have young kids, right? Because we do have some older 4s and 5-year-olds, which they do have a hard time, like pulling up their britches and buttoning their pants. And I would like you to encourage them to do that on their own, but if they're just, really struggling, another adult needs to be within eyesight and watch you help that child. You shouldn't have to help a child with any bathrooming stuff. Like if a child says to you, can you help me wipe? No. The answer is no. Because a 4 or 5-year-old should be able to take care of personal bathroom things by themselves. And most of them don't wear like belts or buttons or anything like that, so we should be good there. So just remember bathrooms are really important. We talked about that. Snacks. So we're going to have snacks for the campers every day. There's probably going to be enough for you guys as well if you are enticed by the snack that we're serving the kids. Maybe you will be, maybe you won't be. Just wait until they're served before you get one. We will also have our traditional snack room, break room for our volunteers. This year it's going to be the Bible study room in the Student Center. All of the volunteer food, There'll be coffee in there. There'll be all kinds of snacks in there. There's a big table. Half of it will be command center, and the other half you can sit. There'll be chairs around where you can sit if you have a break. Okay, use your judgment when you're in there, that you're not just sitting in there the whole time, eating and carrying on and whatnot. Go in, get a refreshment, get a break, get a cup of coffee, get some water. There's also going to be so there'll be snack in there all throughout the day. There's also, I think we have water, coffee, and we've also put some liquid IV in there because we want you guys to stay hydrated. It's super, super really hot, so we want you to try to stay hydrated. And don't go and grab something and then bring it in here and munch on it, because the campers will be like, "Where'd you get that? Can I have some of that?" Because your snacks are not like their snacks. They're elevated. And yes, you can have a kid's snack and go have the other as well. Coordinate your break times and make sure that you're not like dumping your kids off in a lab and then both of the group leaders or group responsible people taking off and, hanging out in the break room, so that we have enough people to serve. About the snack room, just use your discretion. Like, you should probably eat breakfast before you come. But it's okay if you don't. We're going to replenish it, but just be conscientious of who's going to come behind you. When I was at Christ Church Plano summer camp, I was astonished at some of the high school boys that came out of that food line, like stacks of cereal boxes and 4 hot dogs. Like, use your discretion because people are going to come behind you. And there is going to be one lab in there on Thursday, so if you're in there on Thursday, just be mindful of your noise level. And then please be sure to clean up after yourself. So we have a volunteer snack room police officer. And I can promise you that if you don't clean up after yourself, she will close that room. She will close that room. And we do have a key to that door, so we will lock it too. It's not me, I'm not that person, but we do have that person here. Anyways, so assembly is going to happen every morning. The students are going to arrive in the main sanctuary. And the groups will be labeled on the side of the pews so they'll know where to go. Even if you are not assigned to a specific group, please come to assembly. Of course, unless you're in the nursery. But please come to assembly because we need lots of extra hands on deck for Wiggly Kids, or, for example, I'm going to be taking one of the youth leaders during assembly because they're going to be helping me with the drama skit. And so that, just watch where some of these group leaders need help, where kids are kind of going a little bit crazy and excited. Yeah, don't sit in the back and just watch, is what we're saying. So the children look up to you, so please set an example by engaging in assembly. I put an if there, but now it's these songs will have motions. Be sure to follow along with the campers and try to learn the motions so that Tommy Ann's going to be up front doing the motions, but try to learn them and follow along with her. And even if you have to stand at an angle so the kids can learn the motions. Motions are really, really important. It seems insignificant, but the hand motions are really, really, really important. I still remember the hand motions that my kids came home with from VBS. Be strong, and courageous. It sticks with them. So it's really important because they'll be singing along to those songs if they're helped with the hand motion. So engage in assembly. And of course, one of the most effective behavior management strategies is to just sit beside a disruptive student, right in between two of them who are goofing off. All of a sudden, they stop. And of course, please sit among the campers rather than beside each other or in the back. I guess it could go for adults too, but mostly for young people. This is the time to spend with campers. So we want to try to limit our visiting and chit-chatting and whatnot. You can do that in the break room. And of course, we already talked about no volunteers hanging out in the back by themselves. The times that we need all hands on deck, where it's everybody together, and it's a lot of chaos, is assembly during the Bible lesson. If you're a group leader, don't just take off. Make sure there's at least another couple of adults in there, or just chat about, can I go to the bathroom or whatever, because the Bible lesson, there's 2 groups at a time, and they're just sitting on the floor, and sometimes they need a little bit of help being still. And then snack time will be in here, but on the other side for snack time. And if you're not assigned to a group, please just roam around. If you're not assigned to a specific thing, roam around and see who needs help. All of our spaces have windows, or they're wide open so you can see what's going on. Okay, cell phones. I know you all are going to have cell phones with you, but if you can keep them hidden, maybe, or in your purse, or in another place, and not be on them while we are in music camp, that would be setting a really, really good example. I won't be like on the youth retreat or Christchurch Plano summer camp and collect them, because that's not really necessary for this week. But particularly for students, if we see you on your phone or excessive use outside of what we expect you to do, like an emergency, we will either ask you to power it down or we will take it. The most important thing is absolutely no pictures, okay, of the kids. We're doing that. We know how to do that in a way that is proper, because we do not have permission from all of our parents to take pictures of children, okay? So that's our job. We know how to do that, where we don't show faces. And absolutely, I know some of you are going to have kids here, so like, I'm not telling you can't take pictures of your kids, but absolutely do not post them on social media. Even on our All Saints private group. Our All Saints Facebook group is private, but I'm very picky about what goes on that page, because there are people who are like relatives of members and whatnot, but it's not as private as I would want it to be. So just do not in any way put pictures on social media. Again, refrain from using your phone. Even in the break room, like, it's okay. It's really not gonna hurt you not to use your phone for 3 hours. So just try to stay off your phone, just in general. It's a distraction. And then wear your name tag each day. That shows that teachers and parents know that you are an approved music camp worker, and also the shirt will be a giveaway as well. So this mainly goes for our students. Just be cautious about how you interact with each other. Also be mindful about what you're wearing. I don't know really what the dress code is for public schools, but can somebody demonstrate it? Is it like below your fingers, kind of shorts or something like that? Okay, just be cautious what you wear. So please don't show up to music camp with shorts that, are like right here, because I'll send you home and have you change them. I know it's hot, but just be modest in what you're wearing. Try to uphold a high standard of conduct while you're here, because all these little kids are watching. They're watching, especially the youth volunteers. They're watching you guys. And they're watching the adults too, but they're mostly watching the youth volunteers. So be cautious about your conduct. I have to say this because I have to say it. I love y'all, and you know I do, but don't flirt with each other, even though I know you don't. And use your self-control wherever you are. Okay, we already did the all hands on deck. Okay, check in, check out. So when parents walk their kids in, they will sign your sign-in sheet. It will be in your little basket, your little, treasure chest. Yep. You get signed in each day, because that's how I take attendance for SNAP. Okay, so parents will physically park the car, walk their students in, okay? And then on the way out is the assigned number pickup system. where, you'll just sit in the pew with your kids until they're all dismissed, until you hear their number called. And then you'll see how it goes. We have an escort system, throughout the sanctuary that we escort all them out. That's why we need all hands on deck at assembly, closing and opening.
All the campers name tags have their number on them, and we do need them to leave their name tags as they're coming back to get in the car, because that's how we're keeping up with.
Yep.
What car will take the name tags off of them.
Okay, so they wear their name tags all the way to the back. We have special hooks on the wall, and they get hung on the wall.
And when they get called to go out, each day they get a very own copy of the daily notes.
This tells our parents, these are the daily notes. This tells the parents what the story was about, kind of what we focused on. There's a memory verse. There are in your kit. Yep, there's stickers in your kit. So on the front of the name tag, or you can actually, where are we pulling it out? Pull the card out so we can reuse the name tags. Pull the card out and put the sticker on the card, then slide the card back inside the sleeve. They get a sticker if they can say their memory verse. Okay, those of you who are group leaders, on you have a different list than the check-in list. You have a sort of a roster, if you will, and it has all of your allergy medications on it.
Only two groups that have allergies. We're off of the trombones. If you have one of those groups, there's a paper here telling you the allergies.
And the child, did we do this? We have done it in the past. The child also has, I think it's a star. We will have a special sticker on the back of the name tag, okay, that's different from all the other stickers you're going to give them for the memory verse. That's because they have an allergy. If the child asks, why do I have a sticker on the back of my name tag? Just tell them, because we want to make sure that we feed you the right kind of food. That's how you can have an extra knowledge. But again, we only have 2 kids in the 3. In the past, we've had like a lot. So this is really good that we don't have a lot of allergies this year. Yeah. Yes.
With that, because this to me is very important.
Yes.
Have a childhood, but are new people that maybe have not signed up coming in tomorrow morning, you think?
We will not have any new people arrive tomorrow, although we do have some people waitlisted. We will see what happens. Campers? Yeah, we do have some people on the wait list, but we're going to wait till Monday because we're for all intents and purposes, we're kind of full. So if we have some no-shows, we may call those families, and then we will let you know. We'll update the rosters and let you know if they have allergies. We will have a first aid kit in each area. So we'll have one in the sanctuary, we'll have one in here, and we'll have one in the student building. Can you make sure we have that note to ourselves to do that? I think they're already there. We just have to get them out. Also, if you are, raise your hand if you're first aid CPR trained. Okay, a couple of you. Of course, you have an obligation to jump in, right, if there's an emergency. Also, on the wall in the hallway out there, we have an AED machine. Raise your hand if you know how to use that or even trained how to use an AED. Great. Okay, there's another adult Carly is trained on the AED. Okay, and Karis. So that's there too in case we need it. We never really like to say, it's not going to happen to us, but you never know. If a child comes and the parent, as a group leader, or any of you for that matter, hands you medication, please bring it to me immediately. EpiPen, yeah. Kelly and I are the only ones who can handle and administer any kind of medication, with the exception of the EpiPen. If someone does give us an EpiPen, we may rearrange a group leader who knows how to do that, that's first aid CPR trained in that or of recent. I don't think we've had one for quite some time. And it's actually not that hard to use. You just right in the leg. When you are in a classroom, it is really that easy. When you're in a classroom or a lab or any kind of space, if you notice anybody, most of you are regulars here, right? So if you notice someone that you're like, I don't recognize that person, I need you to speak up. Like, if there's multiple adults in the room, leave the room and come find me, or get a walkie and find me. I'm usually moving all over the place. And in Bible, I'm teaching that, so I'm there. If I'm teaching Bible and someone comes in that room, or you see someone in the hallway, just grab Kelly. And I want to say this to you. We have a lot of new people. So, guys, if you don't recognize someone, say something anyways, okay? We've had that happen before, where some older adults will come and, they just really want to see. They want to be part of it and see what we're doing. And because we have so many new people, even sometimes I don't recognize them. So I am not ashamed to say, can I help you? I don't recognize you. We want to be safe, and we don't have the luxury of locking up all the buildings, right, while we're here. Kelly and I are going to be mobile. There's going to be people all over the place. But we will not be locking the doors in and out everywhere we go. So that's mainly what Kelly and I are doing when we're not teaching or doing something. We're paying attention to the doors. We've got walkies. If there's an extra adult or snack people are on the lookout. We're usually very good about doing that. But if you see somebody you don't recognize, please tell someone. Don't say to your friend or your buddy, hey, come with me into the whatever lab and sit with me. If you're not supposed to be there, don't be there. So don't visit other classrooms, and don't visit your friends, or don't invite your friends to visit a classroom. Okay, so recognize someone. Now, if the seeing someone suspicious is for inside or outside, that could apply to the parking lot too. So if you see something suspicious in the parking lot, just tell me, because we'll get on it right away.
Jess,
Yeah?
could I ask something?
Sure.
So are we going to have like security like we do on Sundays here out in this?
We are not.
No.
No, we are not.
And our parking lot's funny. Sometimes we have people that come in and
What happened? I think that was pretty much the last slide. I don't know what it did. Is it my phone? It's my phone. Okay, it's good to know when we're learning how to use technology. If you have everything Apple, when something interrupts it, you're done. That was that was the last slide. The one that was up there and then clicked off. It is the first day arrival. Okay, the first day can be really, really chaotic and stressful. But we'll have signs in the sanctuary. Volunteers will be there to help get kids. We only have 4 groups, okay? And so it's not complicated to figure out. Like I said, I think we have almost 60 kids, so it's not like we have 300 kids coming in. I will tell you, though, I'll share a little story. When we first moved into this building, I thought, oh, Lord, it's so much space. And I just kept hearing the Lord say, just act like you're big. Act like you're big. And so we did things like get the security system, check-in system for the kids, and that kind of thing. And then not too much later, children's ministry busted out that area, and student ministry had to go up in the 20 by 20 garage. And so we ran out of space. And we built this amazing extension to our facility. And the Lord keeps saying, if you build it, they will come. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that in a couple of years, we do have 300 kids in our sanctuary. So we need to act like we're big, okay? That's why we act like we're big, so that when we are big, we know what to do. Tomorrow, I know it's really early. We need you to be here by 8, just because there's so many last-minute things. You can do it. You can do it. Yes, you can. There's so many things that have to get done that we forget to do, or that are last minute. So if you can try to get here by 8 o'clock, that would be great. We have all different varieties of coffee, including espresso, so come on. The other days, just try to get here by 8:30. The kids sometimes start showing up at about 8:45, so we'd like you to, I really like to start gathered together in prayer and just sort of centering ourselves and getting ready to minister to the students. So 8:30 on the other days after that. Okay, that is it for training. Where are those papers? Up there on the ledge, the sign. We need you, if you've been here, done the safety training, we need you just to sign that sheet and date it on your way out. Does anybody have any questions? Yes.
What are our assignments?
We, Kelly has most of them finished. We're still trying to move, fill some spaces. We had some confirmed spots, lab spots happen today, so we are still trying to fill some spaces. I think our group leaders are definitive, right, Kelly? Our group leaders? Yes. So, yes. Great question. Okay, in the student center, where the Bible study room is, you can certainly put them in there. Although there's going to be a lot of people in and out of there. The best place for, is mostly ladies, students will not have stuff. Ladies, you can put your stuff in my office, because that door is going to stay closed. And no, my office in the student center. Yes, my office is in the student center. We'll take a quick tour. Ladies, you can there's a lot of space like behind a few areas. You can just, put your purses wherever, in there, on the couch, on the floor, or whatever you need to do. That room will stay closed. And it won't be locked, so you can go in and out to put your purses in there.